Do you want to learn English the natural way? Well, in this video, you're going to learn English with the comprehensible input method. All you need to do is just watch, listen, and you will learn new English vocabulary. Today, we're in the small town of St Ives in Cornwall. Now, Cornwall is in the southwest of England. So today I'm going to go and take a look around this town that you see behind me. This is St Ives. I'm going to take a look around and we'll see what we can find. I'm going to turn off the subtitles for this video. So try to use your ear to try to understand by listening. But as usual, if you really want subtitles, you can click the button on YouTube and you can get YouTube subtitles. Anyway, let's go and take a look around St Ives.
Give him a call? Yeah.
So as you can see, I'm in the harbour. This is the harbour, okay, in St Ives. You know it's the harbour because there are loads of boats everywhere, right? So yeah, I'm in the harbour, and the weather it's not quite right. You know, I'm here when I'm in Cornwall, and I'm in a seaside town. I expect sunny weather, right? I mean, it's August. It's summer, I'm expecting sunny weather, but what do we get? You know? Cloud. We get cloud and we get rain. That is not what I asked for today, you know? That is, I think I might write a letter to the government and complain. Like, the weather was not what I expected when I came to St Ives. I'll write a letter to the local government and say, look, this isn't good enough. When I come to a small seaside town, I expect sun, you know, and I didn't get sun. So yeah, I think I'm going to write a letter of complaint about this. You see that lighthouse there? That lighthouse? I'm going to walk around and I'm going to go and stand next to that lighthouse. That's what I'm going to do now. And so now we've got that nice sea breeze now. You always know when you're by the sea because you can feel the sea breeze on your face. And what can you hear, guys? What is that noise? That is the sound of seagulls. Yes, you know when you're by the sea, when you can hear seagulls, right? As you can see, we have reached the lighthouse. So this is called a lighthouse. Actually, there is a seagull right on the top of the lighthouse, see? Right on the top of the lighthouse, a seagull is perched. The seagull is perched right there, right on the top of the lighthouse. A seagull just decided to perch right there on the top of the lighthouse. So the lighthouse is to make it easier for ships to come in to the harbour. So this is called the harbour, and the lighthouse lights the way. It lights the way for ships to come into the harbour at night time. Right now, it's just drizzling a little bit. So it's not raining heavy, right? It's not like heavy rain. It's just drizzling down. So there's just a little bit of rain at the moment. So yeah, it's not heavy rain. It's just a bit of drizzle right now. one thing that you need to be aware of if you're going to come to the UK during the summer for like a summer holiday is you never really know if you're going to get this. You know, like, yes, it's the middle of August. Yes, you might think that you're probably going to get sunny weather, but you just don't know. This is August weather in the UK. Welcome to the British summertime. The British summertime, where you never quite know what you're going to get. Really enjoying the weather today. Okay, so we have reached the chapel at the top of the hill. This is a chapel. It's a small church, right? So there are three kinds. There's the chapel, which is the smallest, the church, which is in the middle, and then the biggest is the cathedral. This is a chapel. You can see it's very small. Now in St Ives, there are lots of beaches. In the distance over there, there is a beach right there. That's a beach, but also here's another beach. So there are 2 or even 3 beaches. There's the first beach. There's the second beach. And in the distance past this one, there's a third beach. So there are 3 beaches right in the small town of St Ives. Did you know that Cornwall actually has its own language? Yes. There is a language called Cornish, okay? And Cornish is a unique language to Cornwall. Now, nowadays, there are actually only about 5,000 people who can actually still really speak Cornish. So it's not a very big language. But yet a language does exist here in Cornwall, and it's called Cornish. Something else that Cornwall is famous for is the Cornish pasty. Actually, earlier today, I had a Cornish pasty, and I will put the video that I took right here. But yeah, that's another thing that Cornwall is famous for. You see, Cornwall actually used to be a big mining town, and they used to have these big mines for things like tin. And so the wives of the husbands who were working down the mine would make a Cornish pasty for their husband. Because a Cornish pasty is covered in this thick pastry. It's covered in thick pastry all around it. And so it was a good thing that they could send down into the mines for lunch for their husbands. And so that's where the Cornish pasty comes from. The other good thing about a Cornish pasty is they keep their heat really well. So they stay hot for a long time, because it's covered in this thick pastry which keeps the heat inside the Cornish pasty. It's really good on like a cold day in winter. It's the best time to have a Cornish pasty. So can you see this sign here? It says, private driveway, keep clear, right? So this is the driveway. This is called a driveway. This is where you can park your car in front of your house, and you need to keep it clear. So you need to keep the driveway clear. So that's what it says, private driveway, keep clear. Now, as you can probably see so far, St Ives is a really nice place. It looks nice. There's loads of cool cafes, cool shops. It's a really good place, and that is kind of the problem, because St Ives now has a bit of an over-tourism problem. So there are kind of too many people coming here now, especially during peak season, which is right now in the summer. It's incredibly popular to come here, and so there's kind of an over-tourism problem, whereby there are simply too many tourists coming here at once. And I have to say, even though I really like this place, I really like St Ives, there are too many people here. You know, like it does kind of ruin the vibe of the place. St Ives doesn't really feel like a relaxing seaside town. it kind of feels really busy and there are people everywhere and there's not much room to move. So I think that yes, St Ives does kind of have a problem with attracting too many tourists, you know. As with most seaside towns, it's very hilly around. So right now I'm in kind of the more residential area. You can see I'm in the residential area. There are houses all over, you can see. But usually in seaside towns, the residential areas are very hilly, right? Very hilly. So right now I'm walking uphill and then I will walk downhill and then I will walk uphill again. So it's very hilly, you know. And that's why I'm a bit out of breath right now, because it's just so hilly. And this is a long hill that I'm walking up. So yeah, that's why I'm a bit out of breath at the moment. That's kind of why I came out here to the residential area a little bit, to explore a little bit where most people don't explore, but also just because the main area of St Ives is just too many people. You know, it is absolutely heaving with people in the center. So I felt like getting a break away from that and coming out here to the residential area where no tourists really come, right? Tourists don't come to places like this. You can see that this sign here is warning you about the gradient, right? It's saying that there's a 25% gradient here, meaning that it's a pretty steep hill, this one. And so if you're going to drive down this hill, it is warning you like, look, there's a 25% gradient here. So it's quite steep. So you need to be careful because it's quite a steep hill. That's what this sign is warning you about. Time for a quick pronunciation lesson, guys. One of the more difficult sounds in English, I think both in British English and American English, is the O sound, right? In words like go, show, throw, or Mexico. Getting this correct O sound is difficult for most students because most languages, I think, don't really have this O sound. Many of you may use a sound that is too deep, and you may say something like goal, show, and Mexico, like this, but actually the correct sound is O. So the words are go, show, and Mexico. Okay, so that O sound is quite tricky for most people. So yeah, that is something I have found with my pronunciation lessons that I do, that people struggle with that sound, that O sound. And it takes a lot of practice to get that right. It's one of the more advanced sounds of English that people find quite hard. Even when they are advanced students, they still find getting that O pretty tricky. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like St Ives. St Ives is a really nice place. The views are spectacular. It's really nice, so don't get me wrong. I like it. It's just that there's just too many people here. That's the main problem. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice place. But it's just, there's a few too many people here for my liking, right? For my liking. So as you can see, we're back into the main area of St Ives. And you can see again, it's heaving with people. There are people left and right in the middle of the street. So yeah, you can see what they're talking about with this over-tourism problem. But yeah, there are people everywhere. Okay guys, thank you for coming with me to St Ives today. I hope you've enjoyed watching me wander around this really nice seaside town in Cornwall. If you want more comprehensible input videos in English without subtitles, go to englishsponge.com. But if you would prefer to stay here on YouTube, then check out this playlist here, where you can see more videos of me wandering around random places in the UK. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.